Look around, folks. Shit is changing. The way we do business, the way people are going to work, the way we have careers, that's all changing right in front of you right now. And I'm here to tell you that the shit you're learning ain't going to change. It's either there is no markets or everything I'm teaching you will keep fucking working. So stop worrying about that. Use the time, pour into yourself, invest in yourself. Because the only thing you're doing is kicking the can down the road farther and farther by you not just tearing into this saying, I'm going to do this. It's going to probably take more time than I want it to, but it's okay because I have set a resolve in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind. I'm not changing. I'm not deviating. And a motherfucker out there going to tell me that this ain't for me because I know it is. The more somebody tells me it ain't for me, the more I'm in love with it. It just means that you can't fucking do it. And it's going to be even more better once I get there and you get to witness it. And I don't have to rub your fucking nose into it. You're just going to see me live better by it. That's the best revenge. That's the best revenge for your naysayers. The people that say you aren't going to be successful at this. Don't bother. You're going to lose your money. You're going to do this. You're going to waste all this fucking time. Laugh at these motherfuckers under your breath. 2 years from now, shit's going to be different for you. It's going to be totally different for you. Everybody else is going to be struggling to find another way to make their fucking ends meet. You got this. You got this. Every fucking Monday to Friday, there's an opportunity for me. Just like there's a work day for everybody else. In a couple days, everybody's going to fucking work on Monday. And they had to fucking work until Friday just to get the same thing that they got the previous week. Time stolen. You prostituted your life for somebody else to say, this is what you were worth to me. And what did you lose in the process? You didn't see your wife. You didn't see your husband. You didn't see your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids, your friends. You didn't have peace of mind or relaxation whatsoever. You're fucking stressed out because you're in debt and you have no way out. Folks, it isn't for everybody, but for everybody that wants to dig their heels into it, it is for you. It is for you. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this. You can. It's hard as fuck to get through what you do to yourself. When you stand in front of yourself and you say, what's the point of me doing this? Or I failed yesterday. Or I failed last week. I should I just give up. Who's stopping you? The market didn't. Your friends aren't right. Your coworkers aren't right. Carl's not right about you failing in this. You might as well just warm up and tie yourself up to the company just like he is. Company man, Carl. It's you. You have the control of sticking with this come hell or high water until you get it or stopping. There's nothing out there, folks. There's nothing out there that's going to be an impediment to you succeeding but you. It's just time and effort. You have to make an effort, an honest effort. Not, well, I took some notes in 5 pages of scribble bullshit. And ICT is full of shit because, here's my proof. Here's my notes. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. That's not effort. That's bullshit. Getting in here, showing up every day, doing back testing, getting data collected. How many times does this form? How many times does it perform? How many times does it develop a setup at this specific time? How many times does that happen over the course of a week, of a month, in the course of a year with one asset? And realistically think to yourself, if you just got one of those opportunities over the course of the week and you stopped, you exercised due diligence and discipline and said, I don't need to do more. I don't have the experience yet. So if I can get this, I'll stop and study the rest of the week and go at it again the following week. That's a winning trader. That's a fucking market maven. That's somebody that has absolute control over themselves. When 99.9 motherfucking percent, 99% of these fucking traders out there, whether they're profitable or not, they don't really have control of themselves. Even the people that make money, if they were honest with you, they'd be telling you, man, you have no idea how many times I fucking took these trades this intra-week. I did this and did this and this. I was, I made a lot of money. Look at the end of the week. Here's what I did. But look at all this other bullshit I went through. They're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. And you know what's nice about me? I can only talk about what I talked about, right? You see the fucking shit on Twitter? That's it. You see it. That's the points I made reference to. Was there anything deleted? No. Does your chart show all the market turns at those price points and those times? Yep. Did it go where I said it was going to go? Yep. Can you trust the logic? Absolutely. Will it repeat? Absolutely. So it's not a lack of evidence that this shit works or not. It works. What's lacking is how much do you have in the tank to stick with it? And sometimes you need to fill back up. You need to fill your tank up with energy. The give a fuck is probably really low on some of you if you've been losing or not feeling like you're learning. I'm reminding you folks, this market right now, over the last 30 years, is the most challenging for me. There's so many things going on all around the world that there's huge pockets of what would be normally filled with a lot of interest institutionally. You're not seeing that right now. What does that mean in layman's terms? What I'm saying to you is because risks are so high, World War III bullshit, Taiwan invasion, US invasion, and yes, we fucking are being invaded. All these fucking things are happening. Central bank digital currencies, bank failures. Okay, banks are going to exist. Okay, let's get one thing straight. Banks are going to exist. They're creating a situation that scared the fucking shit out of everybody. And they're going to say, if we don't have a central bank digital currency, we're going to fall victim to this, that, the other thing. They have to come up with another COVID. They got to come up with another 9/11. They got to come up with another Saddam Hussein, a fucking terrorist ghost killer that's going to get you, some way, shape, or form. They have to scare you. That's what's happening right now. And people are people. And large corporations have fund managers, which are people. And we're all seeing the same Mickey Mouse shit. A lot of risk. Does it make sense for these institutional firms that take other people's money and place it in risk? Does it make sense for them to just go in there and dog pile on any old thing right now? No. There's a lot of cash reserves on the sideline right now. They're not comfortable with taking risk. They're telling clients, we have to sit still for a little bit. Just we're waiting for new developments. That's what's going on, folks. That's why the market's stagnant. That's why the market's doing what it's doing. Big money ain't moving right now. But when big money starts getting into the marketplace or coming out of it, then we have our dance. Then it becomes easy trading again. But you, me, anybody else out there saying otherwise can't change that. So you have to exercise patience. You just got to relax and settle down. Just sit still. This won't be the last time you have to do that in your career. There'll be other future things that cause reason for us to sit still and try not to be so aggressive. You got to be a little bit more passive as a trader right now. Contrast what you saw me in years before, where I could go into a marketplace and buy, sell, up, down, all over the place. Just about every single intraday swing, I'm in it. Recording it, doing executions, the whole business. Is that the climate we're in right now? No. Nope. So if I'm taking the time to tell you that, don't be selective in your hearing and think, well, that's just for him. Because this other guy who said this and that, this other guy out there saying that bullshit ain't fucking telling you what's going to happen before it happens to the tick. He's not telling you what's going to happen. Okay. He's cherry picking this, that, and the other thing that makes sense after it's happened. I'm telling you before it happens. I'm showing you what to look at, where it's going to form, how it's going to behave. And I want you to understand that that is important. When we come out of this funk, I don't know when, and the markets loosen up and we start having bigger price swings on the daily chart, we're still in a range, folks. On the daily chart, we're not changing any major higher time frame profiles. We're still consolidating. And that's boring to many of you action hounds that you just want to get in there and get these big wild price runs. They'll come, but you got to wait. That's the infancy, that factor of inexperience that many of you young 20-year-olds that think you know everything right now, even if you're making lots of money with my stuff or other people's stuff, you don't know shit. You ain't been around long enough. And if you were being honest, you could see that these markets are totally different than where they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And sure as fuck different from 20, 30 years ago. But you're not used to these adjustments because many of you started when we had these really big, fast runs and volatility be off the charts. And everything has been geared. Okay, here's the part nobody's talking about. Everything has been geared to high frequency trading right now with the expectation we're going to have big ranges when we're not getting big ranges. So what is their model doing? Sitting still. It's idle. So if large flows aren't coming in from the institutional stance, then we're not going to see large extrapolations in price delivery and big ranges on the daily chart. That's it. That's as simple as it. That's market 101. So there's no reason for you to get upset. There's no reason for you to push real hard and take stupid fucking risk to try to get funded, to try to get a payout. You got to relax and settle down, because if you can't wrestle that down now, when you do have a lot of money, you're going to lose it all, because you won't recognize these climates, these things that are occurring right now. They will occur again in your lifetime. There's going to be times when the market just acts stupid. It's being held in consolidation and you want it to move. You want it to leave that range and you can't make it. You cannot make that happen. So don't look at your trading as a way of satisfying that itch. You have to sit the fuck down. Don't do anything, or be very selective in what you're doing. And I have tools for that. I'm teaching it to you. You see more evidence of it this week. 40 handles on that ES short. I don't remember how many handles I had on NQ. I recorded the execution, showed it to you. And I did another one on a small little scalp that I didn't share, but it was with my son. But like maybe I want to say about 100 handles or so. And I'm telling you, you can do extremely well with just 25 handles for the week. You have to lower your expectation. Slow down. Make things nice and slow and boring. You'll learn better. You'll retain more information. And then when the markets loosen up and get faster, you won't need to change anything. You just do more of what you've already been doing. That's the only thing that changes. But everybody else will lose their fucking mind and get crazy and take stupid risks and over leverage because they want to catch the next big 500 handle run or 500 pip run because this, that, and the other thing's occurring. That's what 30 years does for you. I didn't think this way when I first started. I didn't think this way in my first 6 years. That's one of the defining hallmarks to why it took me 6 years to get to where I am, because I didn't have a mature mindset about it. I just thought it was go, go, go. Button push, button push, button push. I wasn't afraid of shit. I would get in there, boom, 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 boom. I got 81 ways to get into a motherfucking market. And guess what? Entry metals and entry techniques is not a deficit for me. I can find a way to get in. I will get in there. If it's a move, I have something that will get me in there. And there isn't a lot of moves forming right now. But the things that do form, you have a skill set that's being taught to you on a conceptual basis that allows you to engage it. It might not be your model of choice. It's okay. It's good for you to learn. And over time, you will get this experience. You will get this understanding about yourself and how to control yourself, which is paramount. Not enough said about that in the market. Not enough said and taught by educators about that. It's okay to not do something. I don't know why this stigma has been placed on, oh, well, this person's waiting, I've taken this trade, this trade. Yeah, the fucking trades you're taking are high risk and you just got lucky. I'm aware that I was doing a lot of that when I first started. It was painful to admit that to myself. Because then when I was 20 some years old, I thought I knew everything. And based on what I know now, night and day, like not even pre-K level understanding compared to today. But at the time, shit, I thought I knew everything. And that's what happens to you and these other educators that are just now finding themselves. You have to listen to people that's been around for a while. That's one of the best things you can do, and best piece of advice. If someone's brand new, whether they make a lot of money or not, unless they have learned from someone that has done it for a long time and they stick to the rules that that long timer has put forth and his tried and true method, chances are you're probably learning from a one hit wonder. And I mean that with all due respect. I'm not trying to shit on anybody or say, what you have done for yourself or what you've done with your little communities or whatever isn't noteworthy. I'm just being honest. Because there was a time in my life as a young man, I thought I had it all figured out and I didn't. Not even close. I know when not to walk forward. I know when to take a step back. I know when to sit still. And 99% of the people out there that act as a trading guru educator, they don't know that. They just know get in because they have to keep up with this level of expectation that they've placed on their viewership. I don't have to give you a setup every single day. When I talk, it matters. When I'm pointing to something, it's significant. And I'm comfortable with being still, even when you're all expecting me to do more. Are you comfortable? I guarantee you, you're all itching. Like, what the hell's going on? Why is this guy not talking? Why is he not tweeting? Something's going on. Something this and something that. Um, this is for the funded account guys. There's one company that does all these things to try to get me to trade in their shit. You're never going to see me trade any of your funded account bullshit, okay? Because you're not going to copy anything. I will never allow you to copy anything, okay? Um, if I want to give to a charity, I'll give to charity. I don't need you to do it. If you want to do a charity, give your own fucking money that you made from other people to a charity. There you go. Me making money with a $200,000 account and you give it away to charity where you get the benefit of the tax write off, you get all the credit, but you copy my fucking trades too. Look, there's no upside for that. Okay, people that learn from me, they know I can do this. They're doing it. I don't need to rep your company for doing that, and you benefit. It's all you benefiting for it. I'm not stupid. Anybody that has a brain can see this shit. So there was really no other place to place that. I was going to do it in the beginning, but I almost forgot to mention it in here. So like I said, I'm not interested in your your funded account bullshit. I'm trying to work with my son Cameron so that way he can do it. He's trying to wrestle with these demons he's already created for himself, being a young man, impatient, trying to treat it like a video game, which it's not. He's found out it's not. And you wrestle with a lot of stuff that you bring to it. He's had success in other things that he's done, and he thought it was going to just translate into trading. He's going to find his own way and be able to say this, that, and the other thing. Say, no, I did it my way, Dad, just like Cody tried to do it, and Cody fucking failed. Trading crypto bullshit. Okay. Dad knows what the fuck's going on, but Dad has kids just like everybody else. You know what you were doing as a fucking teenager, young man, young woman. You know what it's like not listening to your parents. You didn't think they understood any fucking thing. Oh, these people, they don't get it. These old fucking geezers. Believe me, he's eating crow right now. He doesn't like it, but it's okay. It's good for him. It's good fucking medicine. It just means it's going to be harder for him to learn to get through that stuff, which is why I teach the way I do. You don't have to have that scar tissue to learn this. You don't have to. But some of you just simply want to go around and share scars and say, this is what I had to put myself through, and I learned from this and that and the other thing, like it's a badge of honor. Like, I wish I didn't have all that stuff. I wish I could come out and say, I never did any of that dumb shit. I learned the right way, and it's kept myself from learning to, 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 to do it correctly. Hold on one second. So, anyway, my wife just got back to the room, so she's going to be wanting to do something with me. So I'm going to close this one here, but I think I've covered enough today. Gave you a little bit of a woodshed moment, gave you some encouragement as well. Um, put your nose into the chart so that way you had to do it yourself, and reminded folks of what matters most and what's the most difficult thing in this. It's you, the person that you are that brings All of your character flaws, all of your strengths, they are going to be the weaknesses in your trading. And I didn't say that wrong. All of your strengths, the thing that you feel are the very strength that you are as an individual, that's the very thing that trading will whip your ass with. The thing that you think that makes you the best thing and everything else is going to be the very undoing that unfolds in trading. What does that mean? Confidence. My son came in confident, and now he's not confident at all. He thought he could do it because everything else he was good at. So he came in with overconfidence. Some of you come in here thinking, oh, I'm patient. I'm patient. And you discover you're not fucking patient at all. You're impatient. So when you find out whatever that character strength is for yourself, coming into this, you want to be very, very careful what you recognize in yourself as what makes you strong. What's the good qualities that you have? And that's going to be the very thing that the market uses psychologically to undo you. And that's why you never see it coming. Nobody starts this and sees how they're going to end up failing because they focus on their strengths and they don't identify their weaknesses and take the time to fortify those weaknesses and build themselves up and identify that they do have weaknesses. The people that come in narcissistically thinking they have everything, demigods, I'm a demigod. What the hell? They're the worst because they have so many character flaws that they will wreck themselves constantly. And they'll only champion the very few times that they're consistently doing something right. And that's unfortunate because that's something that needs a lot of work to fix and correct. And certain personalities aren't willing to do that. They aren't willing to identify that they have weaknesses. And in trading, you have to identify what they are. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll ignore the weaknesses and have too much confidence in what you believe is your strength. And those strengths will be your undoing. And you'll blow your account, you'll fail, and it will be demoralizing to you because what are you doing subconsciously? You're thinking back, this was the best I had. I came in with these strengths and I failed. I can't do it. I'm quitting.